Well, they keep getting better and better. This is the C530WS. It supersedes the 520WS and the C500. In this video, we'll review, test, and check the clarity on this camera. Hey, welcome back everyone. So this is the Tapo C530WS. It's one of the latest offerings in terms of Wi-Fi camera from Tapo, and TP-Link makes some of these cameras really nice. I mean, they're Wi-Fi and they're wireless. Basically, you just need a power supply and an internet connection via Wi-Fi, and these work really great. This is one of the latest offerings. Comes in a nice sealed box. Let's have this open. Okay. The box is typical of TP-Link, and they usually send the same color options. I have made a video on the C500 sometime back, so this is the 530. There's even a 520WS. So this is more advanced. Obviously, it's 3K, 5 megapixel. So a lot of resolution in this camera, and it's also got a new Starlight color vision sensor built in, which is going to make this really look awesome in the night. So you wouldn't probably need even the IR LEDs which are here integrated. It's got 360 motion tracking. It's got a storage option of up to 512 GB which you can add in, and it's got pet detection. Some of the features which are there in the C220 is also integrated into this. And this one is weatherproof. So I think it's IP66 if I'm not wrong. So it can survive slight moderate rainfall and water splashes. You can't dip it in the water, but it will survive that. So let's read what's on the side. So it says field of view 360 degree horizontal, 3K 5 megapixel. So that's 2880 by 1620 pixels. So it's got two-way audio built in. It's common with these cameras. Night vision, 850 nanometer LEDs built in, and it's also got this Starlight sensor which makes it work better in the night. Also got wireless protocols up to 2.4 gigahertz. So there's no 5 gigahertz supported in this one, but it supports 2.4 gigahertz. It's 9-volt adapter, remember that. So usually they come at 12, and it's IP66 as mentioned. This is the basic design. What else do we have? Works with Google Home as well as Alexa. There's an app which again is a Tapo app, and it's built to withstand dust and water. Good ratings on this one. And it's got this AI thing which nowadays most of these cameras come with. So to open the box, we'll have to flip it sideways, and it's got a bucket inside which is made of some eco-friendly materials. There you go. This is the first time I'm opening this, so there's no script here. I'm just reading it on the go. So there is some sort of a quick start guide and some mounting options. I'm not going to look at it into detail because that's something which everybody can figure out. Some wall mounting templates. And there's the adapter. It's black this time, and it's actually got it's got a different type of plug this time, and it's a pretty long cord. I'm assuming this should be about 2 meters, about 6.5 feet for sure. And let's see, there's some mounting screws here in case you want to have this mounted on a ceiling or a wall. And here is a clamp. Okay, this is one of those clamps. It's again something which they always give you with their cameras. And it's wrapped in this nice polythene bag. Okay, I see some network protection cables here. So this is usually for protecting the wires. Okay, there's some sort of a washer here. And this is the camera. So it's all protected. So the lens is actually at the back. There you go. That's the beautiful camera over there. You have some LEDs visible. So it's got both normal spectrum as well as infrared spectrum LEDs, I'm guessing. It's a nice black ring over here. And you can see it's got this 2 antenna bars on the side, which is nice because usually these cameras tend to lose signal. And it says super clear 3K 5 megapixel, which is nice. So obviously this is a clamp which is going to lock in over here, and we'll power it up and just see how good it is. As always, there is a speaker module over here for communication, and you can put your SD card over here. So you just pull out this rubber tab over here, and you will see that you can actually insert an SD card. Usually Tapo has this problem using micro SD cards from SanDisk, so I picked up a Samsung. A 128 GB was more than sufficient for me, so I'm just going to use this over here. So there is a reset button also over here, and this flap goes back. And something new which I noticed in this camera is that there is no screws for the SD card, which means previously you had to actually take off a set of Phillips screws before you access the memory card, but right now you can just pull this flap open and anyone can just pull out the memory card easily. I would say some sort of a downgrade. But yeah, this is easier to access the memory card, but then somebody else also can take it off. Let's get these memory cards out. And I like the way Samsung actually gives you this adapter, which is really cool. Okay, the flip cover is off and we can get the card out. So this is all white and this is a 128 GB class V30 and I think it's 8.2. That's the spec I got one for. So let's see which direction this goes into. This is always confusing. So I'm guessing this is going to be phased down. Does it click? Nope, it doesn't. So let's flip it over. There you go. That's done. Let's close this flap. That worked, which is really nice. And that's it. So I've put the card inside and now the camera should be fine. So here's the power adapter. It's the same common, adapter pin which you get with most of the cameras, including non-TP-Link brands. So just make sure that you have a 9-volt adapter and it should work fine, provided you have the right polarity. So let's power this up and see what happens. So one other thing you'll notice about this camera is, as compared to the 520 for example, the 500 C500 for example, is it's got a network pin over here. So you have a LAN cable with a network. You can actually plug that in right over here. So if you have that option, make use of it. You'll probably get better bandwidth, and they've given you some covers for this to protect this opening. Of course, it's a network cable, so you'll have a lot of pins which are prone to dust. So they've given you this option of getting it covered. So anyway, the adapter is actually plugged in. I'm going to just power this up right now. So let's see what happens. Okay, there's a red light. So when you boot this up, you'll notice that it actually does a 360-degree rotation on all sides, kind of checks the orientation and aligns itself before it actually stops. So if it's in this mode where you see the green and red light flashing, that means it's not paired with the app. Even the quality of the camera seems to have gone down a bit. If you can see, it's not really finished that great as compared to the previous models. Even the paint looks really bad. It's not the best of quality. Hopefully these things survive. They're supposed to be weatherproof. And there are a bunch of lights which are amazing. This is warm white LEDs. And you can see that they're really, really bright. They can actually light up quite a lot of area. So probably if it's located near your gate or your door or something, that's going to be really helpful. And these are really bright lights. You can see that there are two powerful LEDs. They're timed, of course. You can actually wait for it to switch off in 15 minutes or you can set it to run all the time. And there's also some smart features where you can let it automatically activate when it detects movement. So that's also available. So this makes it really unique as compared to the C500 and some of the older models. So this has got the lights, which is awesome. And they're pretty powerful. As you can see, it does light up quite a lot of area, and this is already in bright light, so probably in the night it's going to look even more brighter. This is the TP-Link app. So you have a few cameras already here. You can see I have a C500, I have a C220, I have a normal C200, which is a very old model. So let's go ahead and add a camera. So for this, just press the icon on the top right corner. So you put add device, and I'm thinking it's going to be over here. So let's see, outdoor cameras. Do you have the C530WS? Let's hope so. There you go. So it's over here. So I'm going to go for wireless because that's what I always want to use with these cameras. So the LED is of course blinking. I just showed it to you, so that's working. Okay, you've got to enable Bluetooth and you're going to allow it to find. I say okay, yes. Looking for the device. So let's make sure that the mobile device is placed close to the camera. I think it found it. Yeah, some sort of communication going on. And you'll hear that noise from the camera saying that it's connecting to Wi-Fi. It's an automated voice. Wi-Fi connected. You'll get a confirmation saying the Wi-Fi is connected. So this is the camera, and you can actually change the name if you want to. So you can just put it as rTech 530WS. So yeah. So let's put it as parking because I'm going to probably put it outside, and then just select an icon if you want to. So yeah, probably put one of these. and you can just say sounds good. I'll not take cloud storage, and I have installed a memory card on that, and it's got a firmware update. Wow, great. So we'll do that update in some time. So you can see that the camera is actually installed right now, and I'm going to just see if it's going to work. Firmware update, unfortunately. So the software is updated and it's actually working right now, and it's pretty impressive. As you can see, there is some sort of noise. I think that's common with the new ones, but the clarity is probably on par with a nice low quality action cam, I would say, because there's still some lag, but you can see there's a lot of improvement from the previous cameras, and you can also see the AI detection. It's actually detecting motion pretty easily, which is nice. I'm also looking at the app here just to show you a quick guide, so you can probably take a picture if you want to. Yeah, you can also change the amount of tilt you want to have in case you want to use this camera. Let's look at the memory card and probably format it. Okay, so there are some settings over here. You can share device, you have spotlight settings, storage and recording, local storage. Let's format SD card. Format completed successfully, so that's done. So loop recording is on, so which means it will overwrite files once the memory card is full. Record sound is on, so there's a scheduled recording if you want to. And what else do you have? We have privacy mode, notifications, your advanced settings. So probably you can even use this camera as a webcam because it's got RTSP. Most of the TP-Link cameras come with RTSP, so you can actually create an account over here and then give it a name, and the IP address can be tracked on a separate software on your PC or your laptop, and you can use this as a dash cam, or I'm sorry, a webcam. Let's see what else is there in advanced settings. You have hardware acceleration, which is on. Sometimes if it gives you issues in that, you can actually disable that. And you also have support smart actions. Okay, these are some automation stuff which has been integrated into this. So let's see what happens over here. Okay, cameras disable privacy, turn off lights. Oh wow, okay. So this is just probably generic, not just to the camera, probably to all TP-Link devices. So I think it's fine. I see device info, so it's telling me what Wi-Fi I'm on and all those things. To make use of the AI features, you need to actually click on the detection zones, and here you can actually set up line crossing and different parameters for it to actually work better. You can also toggle the motion detection, person detection, pet detection, and vehicle detection on and off, depending on how you want this camera to be set up. And this is pretty interesting because this is where this particular model, the outdoor model, has a little bit of AI integrated into it as compared to, say, the C500. Playing back files on the Tapo app is very simple. All you need to do is just make sure that your memory card is working, and once you know it's working, you will see recording clips showing up here, and these are recorded based on the movements it's detected. So it could be a vehicle, it could be a person moving, it could be just someone randomly throwing something across the camera, and it'll actually capture those moments, and you'll have a scroll option to actually see different timelines and what's actually happened. Downloading this is very simple. Click on those three dots and then you'll have an option to download, and it'll download to your device. As simple as that. So let's get to the part where we actually check the video quality. So this is shot early evening, so it's about 4 p.m. Still not wall mounted the camera, so it's actually on the floor, and you can see it's just taking a good shot, a view of whatever is available for it to see. This is working at maximum resolution, and the pan speed is actually set to default. I haven't touched those things. Let me know what you guys think about the clarity. You can see that the tree colors are all okay. It's not popping too much. And compared to the C500, I'll do another video where I compare this along with the C500, and you can see a lot of difference between the two. Also some shots of construction areas. I want to also show you how the sky looks, and it's pretty okay. I think the dynamic range is improved a little bit as compared to the previous camera. And here you can see the camera is actually mounted vertically on the ceiling. And I just wanted to show you how it tracks vehicles. And these are clips recorded automatically. So you can see vehicles passing by and they're all being recorded as they go off. And whenever it detects a movement, it'll actually start recording. Here's a person detected, so it records that as well. Does a good job. Also leave some photos here so that you can actually do a zoom in and check if you really like the quality of this camera. So in the night, I wanted to show you how I mounted this camera. I just kept it on a pillar, and you can see that there is no light at all. I mean, this is captured in complete darkness. There are, street lights and home lights on, but it's actually going to rain, and I've just kept this camera for testing purposes. I've also wanted to show you how bright this light is in case you switch on the spotlight, and it is pretty powerful. So it unfortunately doesn't have an automatic detection. For example, if it detects a motion, it won't switch off or switch on those lights. I mean, that option is still not come with this one. I just want to show you the IR option as well. If you switch on the IR, you can actually see the infrared actually lights up to 100 feet. So that's what they're claiming, which is much higher than the previous models. And when you switch it off, it still uses the starlight sensor to pull out a lot of light, and you can see it's doing a decent job. It's not that great in terms of clarity, but when it actually stops, you see that it has a lot more detail than when it's panning. Of course, that's probably because of the amount of light getting into that sensor. I also put some motion detection at night, so you can see that when it's mounted on the ceiling, you can see it detects vehicles. I noticed that you can't actually read number plates when it's dark because it just can't do it. So this is another camera for you if you're looking for detecting movement and number plates in the dark. So overall, the 530WS is a versatile camera. The app and the camera hardware work in tandem to give you amazing experiences and ease of use to download images or recordings from your camera to your phone. It's very, very simple, and the app is very, very intuitive. It lets you pair the device very quickly without any problems. Shout out to those small little antennas. They make a lot of difference. There's no signal drop. That's my review of the Tapo 530WS. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like, share. It helps the channel, and I'll make more such videos. Thank you so much for watching rTech. You can leave your comments in the section below, and I'll also leave links in the description for this camera. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.